Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where last time, Emperor Michel clearly found the diary of Catastrophe's first wife, because this man just refuses to flipping die. 77 years old, and right now he is in very good health. In fact, I'm kind of curious how he stacks up in terms of, like, you know, how close he is to being the oldest person in the world, because we can check that. Okay, so he's not quite there yet. The oldest person in the world is actually 103, but he's infirm. He won't necessarily be around for too much longer. But the second oldest person in the world is really only a handful of years older than Michel Ironside. He's 85. In fact, yeah, if we arrange the entire world by age, 79 manages to get onto the first page without scrolling down at all. So he's pretty bloody old. And this has admittedly created a bit of a succession problem, by which I mean, I think we've cycled through pretty much everyone in the entire realm twice at this point, because the votes in Ireland keep flipping changing, so as a result of that I need to change my vote to try and stop the Empire completely flipping fragmenting. But I have an idea. It is a terrible idea, but it's an idea, and in the long run, it might work out nicely. You see, England has some real severe structural problems that it has had for centuries. If I could just get over to England, I could probably sort England out, get it into a much, much better place. And conveniently, the current King of England, Joy, does actually have a handful of votes to become the next Emperor. So if I was to simply change my vote to Joy, Joy could be the next Emperor, together with being the King of England. Obviously, I could just gift him the Kingdom of Wales. He doesn't get Jerusalem. He also, no, he can't get Ireland. And actually, he's only one vote away from maintaining Brittany, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, this is interesting. That could be interesting. I mean, it would be nice to actually run England. Now, the reason I haven't done that so far is because King Joy is pretty bad. Pretty damn terrible, all things considered. Only Marshal of 3, only Stewardship of 0. Not exactly good on the old intrigue, but we wouldn't need to be with him for long. I think I can make that work. I can make that work. It'll be fine. We'll sort out England. We'll have the strength of Cornwall itself behind us. He'll have the strength that he needs. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the stupid thing. And in a revelation that really shouldn't surprise anyone, literally none of the Irish dukes or counts decided to vote for King Joy to be the King of Ireland. No. They decided they didn't want that. They were much happier with Falaman being the King of Ireland, which is yeah, he's literally Irish, so I suppose that's fair enough. In fact, with that, the same guy will end up as the King of Jerusalem and the King of Ireland, so honestly, that's acceptable. I suspect Jerusalem down here, my little empire, that's going to be more trouble than it's worth. It's only a matter of time until these guys decide to actually launch a new assault over here, and I'm not bothering to defend it. Now, the really interesting thing is, in fact, the state of the Holy Roman Empire, which is this revolt here is a lot more dangerous than the last one. Because, one, this revolt right here includes the actual King of Bohemia, which is, yeah, exactly what I was expecting. I did call that one, because this guy is ambitious, unlike his predecessor, who was content. So he's jumped straight into this. But this war is not just, you know, for gavelkind or whatever. This is an independence war. Right flipping here. This is a very, very big independence war that's going on. So Bohemia, I assume, is about to break away, which is absolutely flipping marvellous, which will rather oddly mean that, yeah, the actual traditional core of the Holy Roman Empire is about to be scooped out, but France is going to stay. You really would have thought, well, actually, I guess it makes sense France hasn't jumped on this, because they can't. There's no France, there's no French king, which is all very, very interesting indeed, so we must keep an eye on that one, because right now, the Emperor is, yeah, doing quite badly. The revolt is 36% ahead, so go on, you magnificent bastards, I believe in you. Oh, and poor Michel is starting to feel the effects of being so old. It would appear that, yes, one of his old friends has passed on. mourning the departure of my dear friend, I will never hear his jolly laugh or receive his wise counsel. So, I can go and get drunk, I can yell, leave me alone, and potentially get depressed, or I can say friendship will only hurt you in the end, and wow, distance myself from my existing friends, including Duke Nicolaus, the son of Satan. Okay, why am I friends with the son of Satan? I'm not quite sure how I ended up friends with this guy. I assume he's part of the same society as me, which feels odd because you'd think the son of Satan will be part of the Satanists, but I can only assume the only way I will become friends with this guy is, yeah, through... Oh, hang on. Which society am I part of again? Yeah, I'm definitely not the Satanists. Maybe I was the Satanist at some point before I was playing as Michel. Who flipping knows? No, I think we should go and get drunk. Let's just go and get drunk. That'll be absolutely flipping fine. And oh dear. What is going on here exactly? I've had a few too many to drink, and an equally intoxicated man has actually showed up, and it's Joseph. Who is Joseph exactly? Just one of the bastard children of the court. He seems reasonable. Yes, absolutely. I'll become close friends with this guy. Let's have a new friend. Why not? Also, I just remembered why I didn't bother staying in the last actual big pact versus the Holy Roman Empire. It's because these announcements never stop coming in. People are constantly rejoining and leaving these bloody defensive pacts. You know, I did just notice something else as well, which is Prince Joy of England. Now that Delight has naffed off, it's Prince Happiness of Cornwall who's actually the heir to the throne of England. Now, just in theory, just in flipping theory, Prince Happiness would be a much better bet. Much, much better, but there's no guarantee he'd get the votes. But then again, Joy doesn't really... He doesn't really need the votes, to be honest. If Joy were to die... And by the way, I do have the right to try and imprison him right now. Now, it will not succeed, but he might declare war, or he might actually naff off. If we could just get him to naff off, and have his brother, Happiness, be the new king, okay. Before we do that, let's abandon this actual attempt to kill Prince Delight, which right now is only at 77%, so forget that, doesn't matter. Let's go over to trying to kill the King of England. Because let's just see how many people inside his court are up for that. In fact, how many are likely to be. His vassals are mostly okay, but plenty of them are not keen on him. There's probably a few people I can turn in that number. Yes. Yes, here we go. Fair few people with a fair bit of influence. 19%, 19%. 15%, bribable, 14%. Okay, he's going down. We just need to kill him and then replace him with his much better brother, and then hopefully we can play as Happiness next. That's basically the same plan, except, you know, better. Now, where's my flipping spy master? Right. One, over here in England. Apparently you are, yeah, based over here in Northampton. Beautiful. Oh, hang on. At the moment he's actually leading troops, but that's fine. That's all absolutely fine. Right. Let's get a whole bunch of people on board here. Let's just make sure none of them are drunkards or whatever. But there's enough people in his court. Oh, yeah, this works very nicely. Deceitful. Beautiful. Right, so as it turns out, quite a few people happy to potentially, help me bring this bastard down. So that plot power is already up to, yeah, 93. And all of these people have been bribed. They all seem appropriate. Over 100. Obviously, the Duke of Mercia is on board because that's the one way we might actually be able to save his current position. 178. Still, yeah, 202. Okay, now this is the right way to do it. Yes, this will go absolutely flipping marvelously. So, we just need to get rid of him. 261. That should hopefully happen sooner rather than later, because Michel has only got so much... Oh, yeah, there we go. Right away. So, approve the plan. Strike at Tanist Joy. Let's just quickly have a quick handover of England here. Straight over to the much more suitable Prince Happiness, who's got a bit of march and a bit of stewardship. And oh my goodness, who would have thought it? King Happiness of England has inherited the Kingdom of England. Huzzah! So a bunch of people have very tragically died, something, 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 and a lone bowman seems to be... lone bowman in a grassy knoll, dear oh flippin' dear. So, that's him got rid of, which is marvellous. Now, the question is anyone else actually willing to vote for King Happiness? Because King Happiness doesn't exactly like me, but for a 34-year-old, that's not terrible. Just kind. Paranoid, cynical, brave, level 3 on intrigue. That is... It's not great, but it'll do. It's not bad. And I like your stupid helmet crown as well. So, my vote goes over to Happiness, which is fine. The problem is going to be, there are going to need to be more votes from Ireland to settle the matter. Because Happiness doesn't necessarily end up as Emperor. That's the small issue with my complicated murder plan. Which is, yeah, there's absolutely no guarantee he's going to end up as Emperor. But I'm kind of hoping he might do anyway. Maybe he'll, you know, get a few more votes. I mean, Joy was terrible, but the Irish were happy to vote for him for Emperor, just not King, weirdly. So right now, yeah, there's only 4 votes being cast, because a bunch of people haven't voted at all yet. And I've got a new heir. It's back to flipping Delight of Slavonia. Great. So, does he also need to be assassinated? Because I suspect he might also need to be assassinated. Yeah, the problem is there's literally not enough people in his court who I can actually speak to get on side. So I've only got 40% plot power as a starting point. I can bribe his wife, the Duchess, to be on side for another 18. I can send my spy master over, but... yeah, even with literally everyone on side, that's going to be barely above 75%. Unfortunately, for the time being, he's actually pretty safe. So, I wonder if it might be easier to kill her. Because if she were to die, would he return home at this point? Possibly he would. Ah, but tragically they actually like her locally, so no chance in heck I'm going to be able to get her down. Well, if we can't get Delight, we can get the people who have made the stupid decision to vote for him. So, the Duke of Meath, rather conveniently, has a whole bunch of enemies on side. So, let's just get them on board, and we can continue this assassination train. I feel like I'm killing a few too many people right now, but I'm sure it's all fine. Now, this plot should go up nice and quickly. My own spy master is involved, no problem at all, and Happiness wants to talk marriage with me. Well, that's fine. I'm busy trying to engineer you onto the throne right now. So, you propose that... okay, you yourself want to marry... who's this person? Why are you single right now? Oh, your old wife died of pneumonia. Okay, and you want to... wait, hang on. You want to marry someone who looks... I think pretty much identical to your... yeah, that's suspiciously similar. That's kind of weird, Happiness. Move on. Who is this person that you want to marry? She's not great. I'm going to say no because she's terrible. This guy's not in my court right now, so he might just go and marry someone else. Screw it. She's kind of bad. Let's leave her be. Ah, no, this is fun. So, the person who's actually next in line to Meath is... the Duchess of Mercia. So, does she get a vote? I mean, I would assume she does. But hang on, I need to double check the rules. There's not some weird rule that women aren't allowed to vote or something. No, nothing here about who is allowed to vote aside from just, yeah, people 2 ranks below the title in question. So, she should still get to vote. I'm just hoping she'll vote more sensibly. I mean, if she is the wife of the actual Duke of Mercia, her voting for an English king to be emperor does at least make sense, yes. Also, I can't forget this. I need to change my vote for Wales back to Delight just in case... yeah, just in case before I get this done, Michel just drops dead. Otherwise, I've got nothing. So, Delight needs to be nominated here just for the time being. But hopefully, yes, as more people join this plot, we'll be able to get a few more votes in for Happiness momentarily. I mean, if worst comes to worst, Delight is not bad. He's better than Joy, it's just he won't be the King of England. And also, one of my priests has been stealing, so this is intolerable, and I'm going to... No, he's going to lose some prestige. I'm going to lose a bit of piety, I think, but that's fine. That's fine, to be honest. Now, keep cracking on with this here intrigue. Right. Over 150%. That seems like a good sort of thing. We might need to add a few more people yet, just to speed this up. Have we got any more yellows we can add in? Have actually got any more power? Hang on, arrange by plot power, please. Oh, blimey. 68% plot power. Wow, okay. Right, just send a few more cheap gifts out and just get a few more people on here. Come on, we need to get this happening as quickly as flipping possible. And for people who are just lowly courtiers, 15 gold to go. Honestly, that's a bargain. I'm happy to do that. There we go. Handful of extra people gets us up to 182. And by the way, what is going on here? And... No. I just put a lot of flipping effort into getting Happiness onto the throne of England. Do not unseat him. Also, I have a new heir. Happiness. Who changed their flipping vote? Because whoever it is, I love that guy. No. No one changed their vote to Happiness. It's just all the other votes have just started splitting all over the flipping shop. So, oh. Okay. So, the Duke of Meath has just actually... changed his vote to Count Beloved of Leinster. I mean, we could at this point just basically call off the assassination because, yeah, people are voting the right way for now anyway, and also a bunch of stuff has just happened here. Hang on, what's just happened there exactly? Show me on the map. Ah, okay, so Leinster is continuing to expand, are they? Dear oh flippin' dear. And England has been badly fragmented. I might want to go and get involved in that, just to make absolute flippin' sure the English win. But it looks to me like... I think they can handle this when the reinforcements show up. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. I might be willing to go and assist England with this one. Well, unless the guy they're about to replace the King of England with turns out to be really good, but probably not a good idea, to be honest. Ooh. Okay, it's you, in fact. So, you're okay, but I'd probably rather have Happiness. Right, Happiness, don't worry, I'm sending you reinforcements. I'm not allowed to get involved. Am I allowed to yell at this woman to tell her to back the hell down? I could try and force it on her. Okay, she might refuse or ask for something in return. Keep an eye on it. I think England might be able to win this by themselves. If they can't, I may try and force her to make peace with England before she wins. So just keep an eye on that. Also, with Happiness now leading the Imperial vote, we can now move the vote for Wales back to Happiness. Again, this is fine. Tanistry was definitely not a mistake. Oh yes, and the Holy Roman Imperial Independence Revolt is going exactly as I wanted it to. The Holy Roman Empire will hopefully soon be completely broken apart, and that will be flipping lovely. And yes, here we go. Slight problem. England has... It's back to Delight then. Okay. Right. Who is bloody changing their votes around? It's... Now it's Leinster. Urbian of Leinster is voting for not his own king. For Emperor. Dear oh flipping dear. Oh, and even more flipping convenient. So, Duke Garbeef, the ill ruler, he's one of the bastards who keeps voting for Delight. And he has actually been found plotting to kill somebody. So, you can either be arrested, declare war on us, or naff the hell off. Just make sure you've not got any... No, you've not got any allies. Right. So we failed to capture him. He has raised his flag in rebellion. Well, good luck with that, I suppose. Deploy just a small number of troops to go and intercept his forces. This will not be a big deal in the slightest. We'll just head over here to Leinster. I'll deploy, yeah, the heavy cavalry of the retinue to assist. We murder him. We're attempting to murder Meath. We just basically keep murdering people until somebody gets the picture that voting against Happiness is very bad for your health. And once again, I will desperately just hope for the gardening perks, because the gardening perks are lovely. And, oh. Uh-oh. I accidentally invited a drunk person. Okay. My reputation is ruined. However, the plot's still going to continue, right? It's still at 200%. I mean, everyone knows about it, and that's a bit embarrassing, but he's still going to flipping... Okay, who's voting for Tanis Beloved? Who's this guy? Actually, he's not terrible, to be honest. He's not happiness, but he's not bad. Right, who just changed their votes to him? Right, Meath just did. Fascinating. So, Meath's probably about to die anyway, so that's not going to last too long. So we probably just crack on with our existing plan, to be honest. Meanwhile, yeah, we need... hang on. Why haven't you got a... Ah, you don't get a vote at all, because technically you're not part of the Empire at the moment. And, ooh, it's one of the giant poo explosions. Oh, I like those. Excellent. So you can just be blown up momentarily. We'll just merge you all together. That's all fine. We'll just walk up here and completely bloody slaughter you. So yes, technically people who are rebelling against me don't get a vote while the rebellion is ongoing, which is, yes, very, very interesting. And just keep picking roses. Focus on the important stuff here. Yeah, that's very interesting. And someone has exploded. Good. Good. So now you are the new Duchess. So, not sure who you're planning to vote for. You are a lunatic, so it could be bloody anybody. I mean, for the moment, don't forget, change your own Wales vote to Beloved, because bloody Michel, he's just going to live forever, isn't he? He's just going to never, ever die. And no, it's back to happiness. It's back to flipping happiness. Why is it back to happiness? Because right now, there's only one vote in every direction. Change the votes again, keep changing the votes. The question is, how is the new Duchess going to vote? Because I'm pretty sure she hasn't actually cast her vote yet. No, she hasn't cast her vote yet, so it would be great if she could get round to that, and ideally if she voted for happiness. Now, I also can't help but notice that the Bretons seem to have just shown up in England. Guys, what are you up to exactly? You are currently attacking... Okay, you're assisting... Who are you helping out here? Oh, you're helping out Tanis Happiness. Right, so you've basically decided to go and assist with... Hang on, this is not the War of England between the rebels. This is something else entirely. Okay, fine, you're just doing your own thing in Worcester. Got it. And oh my goodness, it's finally gone the way I want it to. Okay, so, what's going on now is the Duchess is voting for some kid. I think that's, yeah, that must be her son. That must be her son, because Urbien is her husband. So, Urbien, meanwhile, is... I assume you can't vote for yourself? Can you not vote for yourself? Because it's weird he's not. Because if both of them just voted for him, they would lock down the actual Emperor. But they're not. He's voting for someone else for some reason. He's voting for Delight. I need Michel to die right the hell now. And I do have a very convenient war going on, so congratulations, you can now very much lead from the front. There we go, Michel himself leading from the front line. Now, go and repeatedly fight these guys and see if you can get yourself killed. Though admittedly, you're not infirm, despite being 78, you're actually in pretty good health. And no, it's back to Delight. Cancel the invasion. Cancel the flipping invasion. It's back to cocking Delight. Right, Duke Cathal of Munster and Urbien of either Leinster or Mercia, I forget. They're both voting, once again, for Delight. So, the message has not quite sunk through yet. Let's see how many people are willing to back this plot. Oh, yes. In fact, his own ally is willing to do so, because... Oh, this is perfect. Right, okay. Yep, get him down. Get him the flip down. Let's get rid of him. Okay, plot power north of 200, so he needs to go down. Sooner or later, people will figure out that this is going to be made to happen. Okay? This is going to happen, and now the new Duchess of Meath is now allied with, yeah, her own husband. Not too surprising. Okay, and thankfully the rebellion in England seems to be over. There's about 6,000 troops right now just doing a bit of business with... what are you doing exactly? This is English Leincesterian de jure war over Worcester. Fine, so they're just basically trying to slowly pull more and more of this territory back under English control. Fine. And I think this rebellion is pretty much ready to be put down. So enforce demands. You are going to presumably end up in prison. Yep, there we go. Now, I'm happy for you to just stay in prison, quite frankly. If you just basically stay in prison. By the way, happiness. Happiness is back as the flipping heir. Obviously, now there's not a war I can try and get Michel killed in. Also, why am I still on hunting focus? That's plus health. I really want to, yeah, be ready to potentially get myself killed as soon as possible. And, hang on. Duel. I could duel myself to death. Yes, war. Go over to a war footing right now. Okay, happiness is, at least for the moment, the heir. I must have flipping rivals. Michel has made plenty of flipping enemies. I must have her. Yes. Okay, so, you stupid bastard, I challenge you to a duel as soon as I've just let a day or two pass, just to make sure that the change in the succession is represented. Yes, including, blimey, I get to keep Jerusalem as well. Okay, that's better than nothing, I guess. So just to be clear, I am a 79-year-old man, not infirm, but also not in possession of, oh, actually, personal combat skill. I might flipping win this. Oh, that's no good. And also, weirdly, Rhiannon. Oh, yes, of course, I taught her. Are you allowed to duel her? No, you're not allowed to duel women. So, the only person I've got to duel is this guy, who is actually in possession of Lover's Pox, Bastard, is not brawny. I mean, statistically, it feels like I might well win this, but I am going to challenge him to a duel, okay? Duels can be dangerous to your health. Well, he's 25 years old, I'm 79, and it's the 13th century. So, I'm living in hope. Oh, here we go. Right, next few days. Now, the problem is, if someone changes their vote, like right now, we could be in a lot of trouble. Okay, and here we go. Here we flipping go. What's actually happened? So, I stand up against my opponent, raising my blade. The fight starts off fiercely as neither of you hold back, the echo of clashing metal following each brutal attack. For a long time, it's unclear who will stand victorious, until a parry throws you off balance, leaving you an open target. Count Brian of Ascalon instantly strikes out, and an eruption of pain ravages your body as the blade digs deep into your arm. No, not my arm, go for the heart. Okay, so, I've lost 50 prestige, I'm severely injured, and I'm one-handed. And now there's only a stump where my hand used to be. Yes, that is what one-handed means. That's certainly true. So, okay. I am quite wounded right now. I am severely wounded. Health -2. Okay? Health -2. And one-handed does actually impact... That doesn't actually impact health. This is fine. Okay? 79 years old. Health -2. This has got to be enough for me to die. Please, just die. Quickly. Just go quietly. Okay? You've had a good run. Oh, thank flipping goodness. Okay. Phew. Flipping phew. So, we've got ourselves a new young king who, knowing my luck, will now develop cancer and die within the next 3 years. But the duel did indeed just about see me off. And what do you mean Basil? Oh, he's culturally Greek. Yes, I did remember seeing that. So he's actually decided he's going to wear kind of Greek style stuff, and he's Orthodox as well. Oh, this is... The Pope is not going to be thrilled. Oh no, this is all going to be very interesting. So, Emperor Michel has given up the ghost at the age of 79. He died succumbing to his severe injuries. Although not especially blessed, we hope Michel will find peace in the afterlife. Let us just take a moment to remember Emperor Michel, the first guy who actually became emperor after catastrophe did indeed set up that whole system. Michel was an odd guy. He was very disliked by the previous emperor, Catastrophe, for no well-explained reason. He didn't actually do anything wrong, and his reign was arguably not a glorious one. There were murders, like so many flipping murders. You wouldn't believe how many flipping murders there were. There were just a lot of them, okay? A flipping lot of them. But if there's one thing that Michel did well, it was live. Or, if not well, certainly long. I think by the end of his life, he was one of maybe the 10 oldest people in the world. Yeah, I just checked the character there. Maybe not quite top 10, but probably top 20. And he could have lived a lot longer if he hadn't decided to challenge a 25-year-old kid to a duel for a reason that wasn't 100% clear. But the important thing is, he's dead now. All hail Basileus, which is Greek for king, by the way. Basileus, happiness of Cornwall. Though actually, I suppose, yeah, Basileus, it's the same title that the Byzantine emperor uses, which does make me feel like, oh, I'm going to be... Wait, can I be excommunicated if I'm not actually a Catholic? You know what? I'm not actually sure. So, let's just get caught up here. So, Cornwall. Cornwall. Let's just check that we know what's going on here. So... this bit of, yeah, well, technically Leinster, but now this actually appears to me as Ireland, because I don't actually own Ireland anymore, so it's just kind of summarised as Ireland. I can click on it again if I actually want Ireland to be broken down too, but England automatically gets broken down for me because I actually own England. So. This is all fine. This is all 100% fine. I do not own Brittany. Brittany is actually owned by... hang on. Who is the King of Brittany? Because it's not you. You're the Duchess. Who's the King of Brittany right now? Because you're supposed to be... you should presumably be actually, like, you know, reporting into that person, right? Ah, there we go. So, the Despot Morhaitho. Okay, so he is not exactly spectacular. And weirdly, despite the fact that he is the King of Brittany... this woman doesn't actually report into him. She reports into me. So I probably ought to, like, transfer vassalage because I assume you're... yeah, you want control of the Duchy of Brittany. Honestly, that strikes me as eminently reasonable. So I assume I can transfer the vassalage of her to you. Okay, so now she presumably... yes, she now works for him. So that puts him straight up to minus 39. So... minus 30 of that is duchies. If I just give him a seat on the council, that'll be fine. This guy is not great, but with 8, I guess he could be marshal. So, yeah, this is an important point, actually. Okay, I like this. I always like the beginning of a new reign. So, happiness. Let's just get caught up with you. You have got no lovers. You do have a wife. We'll get onto her in a second. You have one rival, but he has... no power whatsoever, so he just doesn't matter in the slightest. Your wife is from a minor noble Irish house of no particular regard. To be honest, nothing desperately interesting going on there. She's fine, but we would be better off getting rid of her, to be honest. I can't just divorce her, sadly. I could demand her religious conversion, which I shouldn't do. Am I allowed to religiously convert? Yes! I should most definitely try and do that. Now, that's going to cost me prestige. All of the following must be true. Hang on. Requirements does not have... well, it looks like I can do it. I think I can do that. Yes, I should probably, like, try and convert to Breton and Catholicism. Because otherwise a lot of people are going to mind. So, Orthodox -3 moral authority. You become Catholic. Yes. Do that. So, I can immediately convert, but I'm going to need 500 prestige before I actually go over to Breton, which I should definitely do as well, just because right now everyone's going to view me as a foreigner. So, how fast is prestige going up? Wow, plus 15. That's pretty damn good right there, lovely. Also, I think the music that's currently playing in the background is not music I've heard before. Am I suddenly getting new music because I'm culturally Greek? That's cool. Now, who is actually the King of Ireland, and why exactly are all of these kings referred to as despots? Because that strikes me as a bit worrying, quite frankly. Oh, now you will make a decent marshal, actually. Yeah, you'll be a decent marshal, and obviously the King of Brittany will want to actually run some stuff as well. So he might make a decent enough chancellor. Right, okay, how much of my own court actually expects to be on the council? Because I would expect it to be, yes, now that there are kings in circulation, the dukes aren't so fussed. There's a couple of them that expect to be on the council. But this kid is... Are you already on the council? I don't know. Hang on. Let's just check the council here. No, basically no one's on the council. Got it. So obviously Philemon the Despot of Ireland gets invited straight in to be Marshal. That's fine. And you can enjoy your new position by standing in Cornwall and training troops forever, which apparently you're thrilled about. And there we go. The Despot of Brittany, he can just basically be Chancellor. So there you go. You can have that. So both of the kings are accounted for. The other 3 kingdoms I hold myself, right? England, Jerusalem, Wales. Fine. I hold all of that. That's not a problem in the slightest. So, to be clear, I currently hold 10 out of 11. So, what am I actually holding myself here, just so I'm clear on that? Because I would assume it would be... Yeah, so Cornwall and Devon obviously belong to me. Hang on, so... Duchy. Yep, those are all duchies. So, Northampton... I've got right there, and I've also got Bedford. So I hold these 2 bits of land right here. Those are my actual English holdings. County of Cornwall, County of Gwynedd, County of, not even going to attempt that, County of Powys, County of, yeah, and then we've got these Southern Wales ones. Then we've got County of Devon there, and yes, the Barony of Uslas. So I actually have 1 spare, which kind of works for me, because I've always wanted to take this one back. So you, my good man, I would like to actually have this... transferred to... wait, hang on. Who do you actually work for right now? You apparently work for the Spy Master, which is odd, actually. Very odd. And she is, oh, blimey, 28. Bloody hell. And that's without a level 4 education. Wow, okay. So, Master Schemer, Arbitrary. I feel like we should just get her, like, straight back on the council. Like... Send her a pile of money as a gesture of goodwill. Send her that, if flipping immediately. Oh, wait, hang on. I can't. Oh, no. I literally can't anymore because I literally just transferred her out of my court. I've just handed the best spy master pretty much in the world to another king. On the plus side, the other king mostly likes me, but still, that's a little bit on the concerning side. Well, we've got a decent guy here. Deceitful 16, that's not bad. We will welcome you aboard. You're not too important, so hopefully you'll kind of, you know, stay on board, be nice and happy with me. Now, who have we got other than that? Because I think we've got a couple of, yeah, major vassals that think they ought to have power. In particular... This new guy, the guy of... Oh, yes, of course. Because now, the actual dukes, the Dukes of England are reporting into me. You are... Actually, you know what? When you grow up a bit, you might be a decent steward. What's your education? Ah, that's a shame. You're getting a diplomatic education. That doesn't play to your strengths at all. Well, keep an eye. He might actually be useful. In fact, he could be a good spy master as well. So, don't put him on the council right now, but... keep him in mind for other bits and pieces. And as for you, you apparently claim that you're powerful. You don't look that powerful to me, to be honest. Still, you do have a decent selection of stats right there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. In fact, for a starting point, you can be steward. I think I'm allowed female stewards, so that will do, for now at least. And apparently all of my priests absolutely despise me. Oh, yes. I can understand why, actually. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm kind of the wrong religion. Well, this one actually hates me the least. In fact, actually, wait. They object to the... Oh, no, I changed the religion. Yeah, that's fine. They just hate me because of female heir, short reign, foreigner. Apparently I owe money to... moneylenders, so we'll sort that out. Oh, hang on, what's that symbol? Oh, duelist. Very, very nice indeed. Right, you know what? We'll have you, for the time being, you go over to the Pope, like, tell him I'm sorry about the whole Orthodox thing. That was a mistake. And let's send my spy master back over to Constantinople, just to, yeah, have a bit of technology coming in, because we've been kind of taking our eye off the ball there. We've been very distracted by succession for quite some flipping time, so it will be nice to just have, you know, a nice quiet period where we can sort out what the bloody hell's going on in England. That'll just be absolutely marvellous. 2 kings on the council, Everything seems fine. Potentially might replace you with that kid in Wessex if he turns out to be pretty good. Okay, this is all marvellous, and I assume I've got, yeah, open advisor positions. So, advisor, let's actually get ourselves some new guys in there too. In fact, you know what? We should really have some good quality advisors that actually like me. Now, who does like me? We've got ourselves... we've got ourselves another Greek guy here. The thing is, we shouldn't count on him continuing to like me, because, yeah, I'm not necessarily going to be Greek for that long. So, okay, Brian, that's the bastard son of, the final bastard son, the fourth son of Catastrophe. Okay, and somebody else. You know what, we'll have you for now, and then we can replace you later. Let's just have a couple of loyalists on the council, that'll be marvellous. And apparently I'm stuck on rulership focus for the time being. Fine, I guess I must have just actually done that over in my own court before I actually controlled happiness. Now, what do I need to do here? I need to have prestige of 1,000. Honestly, that wouldn't take too long, to be honest. Everyone would like me. Realm prospering, war chests, or grooming an heir. Actually, that's a good point. How's my family looking? I've got one daughter for the time being, age of 8. Okay. For some reason, yeah, I've been a bit slow to have children. Okay, how about we just start building a war chest? That's always a good, reliable first one. Let's just get that done, because we'll be up to 1,000 in no time at all. But I'm going to be honest, I could do with getting rid of this Empress. So, would anyone be up for killing her? Let's just have a quick look at whether we can... Oh, yes, apparently she's quite easy to kill. Would anyone else be willing to actually join me in this murder, by the way? Yes, there we go. So let's just quickly get everyone on board right here. Though actually be very careful. Make sure I'm not inviting any drunkards, because this is not going to be a short reign. I was happy to kind of trash Michel's reputation by the end, because he was on his way out the door. But we're going to potentially be with happiness for some time. So we want to make absolutely sure that we've not got anyone who's like, you know, a drunk or a raving idiot who's going to immediately spill the beans about this. Apparently my mother did not approve of this marriage, because she's on board if I just send her 15 gold too. Okay, up to 184. Some people still have to sign up. This all works for me, and nice and quickly, we've got ourselves a Poisoned Viper. Good old Medieval 2 Total War classic right there. Hopefully we won't get the stupid animation where my wife slams the door into the assassin's face. And any moment now, yeah, over 200% power. Let's just quickly get rid of you. And uh-oh. So, someone's already trying to kill me. That's a concern. So, Stefania Kurnow, who are you exactly? You are the wife of Prince O'Dear of Brittany, who is actually kind of cool with me, to be honest. So, I feel like we should probably have her, like... Can we have her imprisoned? I really feel like we should have... Oh, we've just told her to stop. Okay. We'll tell her to stop, and then we'll do it. Okay, it's very unreasonable and rude of you to plot to kill me. Please don't do that. And also, Scotland's in touch. Hello, what does Scotland want? So they want one of the Scottish lot to marry Thomas of Kurnow. Thomas of Kurnow is... not important, I don't think. He's my... yeah, he's my half-brother. Okay. Wait, does my half-brother actually lead to any form of advantage? Who are you exactly? You are... granddaughter of... sibling of... Oh, hang on. This might actually be a non-aggression pact. I don't actually want that. I've kind of got eyes on Scotland, to be perfectly honest. Now, you... have you actually got yourself... yeah, we need to actually get an answer out of you. Together with an answer as to what's about to happen with my existing wife. And... okay... Why? Why did you tell everyone? Okay, I do not approve of you in the slightest. So my reputation is ruined. My wife flipping knows, but we might be able to kill her anyway. Oh, this is no good at all. Well, on the plus side, she is dead. So, that's good. That is excellent. And no one knows it was me, aside from the fact everyone already knew it was me. So, have I got, like, Kinslayer or something? Doesn't look like it. In fact, actually, I'm not sure. I don't seem to have anything. Okay, that's good. And apparently I owe money. Hang on. I can repay that right now. So, Where's the repayment here? Yeah, repay the loan. So get rid of that nice and quick. So that gets rid of that business. And, okay, the King of Brittany wants to marry... Oh, good old Flan. Is Flan important? I don't think Flan's desperately important, so I see no reason why not. No inheritable claims. Go ahead, have fun. Oh, a tragedy though. We've actually lost the nail of the true cross during the handover, which is a real flipping shame. That's very, very sad indeed. If I recall correctly, that was... Who was that got that? Was that Hector, who murdered a guy in a church in order to steal it? Am I remembering that correctly? I think it might have been. Sadly, we can't check because it's not here anymore. And meanwhile, Philemon Kernau wants to marry Batissa, the daughter of Bressil Conan, who is fairly unimportant. Again, no problem with that whatsoever. I think we've just been a bit lax with arranging marriages for people in my court, so these guys just want to get married now. Okay, and don't forget, yeah, I think I still technically control all of this. Yeah, those guys just reporting to me, gotcha. Oh yes, and I totally forgot. Those troops that are raised right now, those are actually technically my troops. Because I'm now like the King of England. Right, okay, and what's this? Hang on, is this a retinue? I think I've inherited a retinue that wasn't actually mine originally. Oh yeah, it totally flipping is. I would like to actually disband that old retinue troop. Honestly, not interested. Yeah, let's actually set up my own retinues here. So, how much spare capacity do I have for now? Oh, flipping loads. Okay, so, here's what I can do. I can set up, ooh, horse archers. Is that new because I'm Greek, so I get horse archers now? Okay, that's kind of badass. So, heavy cavalry and light cavalry. Heavy cavalry times 150. Horse archers times... Yeah, screw it. Go for it. How much does that actually eat up? 1,300, which is... honestly, not that much. I'm just sitting on a bunch of spare retinue right now. Yeah, go for it. So, we'll have one of them. Okay. And then, can I have another one of them? Oh, I would be able to. It's just right now I can't afford it this very second, but screw it. Bring it all together. I need some new retinues. I can have flipping horse archers. Oh, cataphracts and horse archers in England. Yes, every time. Now, the big one. I need to get myself married, and... hello. The Queen of Lithuania is actually available, though she's stressed, depressed, has cancer, and is 44 years old. So, while she'd be totally up for it, I can see how that's not going to go very well. Fine. Maybe not so much. Now, if I could actually marry someone... Okay. Let's just have a little look-see at this situation in the Holy Roman Empire a bit more. So, the revolt, which is totally spreading right now, that includes a bunch of territory that hasn't become more specific. What exactly is... hang on, what is this? Is that a different revolt? Hang on, what revolt is this? Okay, so there's the Bohemian Independence War, and then there is... Scotland has decided to attack in a flipping excommunication war, and on top of that, there is... this guy just wants to be the new Holy Roman Emperor, but no one's really in a position to push that one way or the other. Okay, well this is all fine then. I mean, this guy is down to 17,000 troops, and excommunicated, you say? Okay, excommunicated is interesting. How many troops do I have? About 18,000 with... oh yeah, I could get another 4,000 yet. Nice and easy, especially if I change my focus to hunting or war. Okay. If I were to choose to, I could get involved with this, and maybe, just maybe that could be of interest. I mean, very, very soon indeed, Bohemia is going to be independent. So, me, potentially, getting, you know, my young... hang on, what have I got? I need to check my family. Okay, I need to get more familiar with this guy very quickly. So I've got a bunch of siblings. Absolutely. In fact, you know what? Screw it. Go over to this bit over here. So, happiness. One daughter. Now, Joy's dead. Delight's already married. And apparently I've got a bunch of... probably half siblings, I'm guessing. Not really official. So, yes, of course. And then we've got Brian over there as well. Delight and Joy, who is now dead. one daughter. Now, the daughter is 9. Now, by any chance, if the actual King of Bohemia, who will totally be independent very, very soon indeed, he has actually got, yes, Prince Gisik of Bohemia, who is next in line. He's only just been born. Alright. Arrange a betrothal right here. Now, he would go for that, but no. He wouldn't go for the matrilineal. Sadly, not the case. But if I had a son marrying his eldest daughter in order to just get a non-aggression pact going on, that is certainly of interest. Certainly very much of interest. But don't worry about my daughter for the time being. I need to get a new wife so I can start producing some sons. And keep in mind as well, my state diplomacy is quite poor right now. My personal diplomacy very bad as well. An extremely high diplomacy wife could be just the flipping thing, actually. But then again, I did have one little plan. Did have a little bit of a plan, which is, yeah, after I maybe just go and bring Scotland into the Empire, a logical point to expand there would be recreating France. Because France is actually, it's not that big. The actual de jure France is, oh, hang on. De jure France appears to be, that's de jure France? Really? What happened to de jure Aquitaine? I thought that was way flipping bigger. Okay, that's interesting. Well, in either case, I might be able to gather, yeah, 51% of that just by picking off various bits up here using Brittany as a nice little landing zone. So, if, for example, I could find someone who had a nice inheritable claim on, say, Normandy, that'd be flipping spot on. What a shame. We've got Sibylla right here, who has actually got an inheritable, nice, strong claim on the Duchy of Normandy. But she's chased. Such a flipping shame, because I need to be able to get the children out. What I learnt from Catastrophe's reign is, yeah, fertility. Make sure you do prioritise at least a little bit of fertility. You know what, I'm not going to play politics here. I can't find a good candidate for someone who's got some good claims on a close-by potential French duchy. I'm just going to go for someone who is young and has got good fertility traits and can also pass on some good stats to the state, because a good wife is important to the state. So we've got this Hungarian young princess here. She has got Midas touch, fertility plus 15%, charitable, cynical, honest, wants to marry a ruler, absolutely spot on. And there we go, job done. Now, can we get her a nice hat, please? Hang on, let's just... Anytime you're ready, get her a crown, alright? She is now technically, like, the Empress or whatever, or Basileus. We should really change that, by the way. And, oh, hello! We've got a young noble being brought before us. So, he is indeed guilty. Okay, release him but lose prestige. And being of noble birth, no! I demand access to prestige, because then I can convert to Breton as soon as possible. And I can stop calling myself Basileus, because I feel like that's going to be controversial in England. Now, I need to actually get a feel for what the actual state of England is right now. So, you report into that guy. Ah, this is actually the Duchy of, what, technically Northumberland. Okay, so that's Northumberland up there. Who do you guys work for? You work directly for me. I think you work you work directly for me as well. And then York. York is literally just York, nothing else. But he might go and reclaim some of this at some point or other. And then Leicester reports... Yeah, it's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? Oh, good, and we did indeed get her a crown. It is a flipping massive crown. That looks pretty flipping heavy, yes. Now, another important thing. I should just quickly check on the state of the succession here. So, Kingdom of England, Kingdom of Jerusalem, Kingdom of Wales. Who are people voting for in terms of the current Empire of Cornwall? Because right now there don't seem to be any votes. And apparently there's a new king over in... Oh, is this the King of Denmark who's actually... Yeah, his children are... Wait. Why are we voting for him? Hang on. He's not even of my house. Now, I don't want to panic anyone, but literally everything's gone over to gavelkind. And I don't know why. Why is everything gavelkind? Why would that be gavelkind? England's still primogeniture. Everything else seems to have gone to gavelkind, which is... That's a real problem. Because that means, right now, literally everything goes to Eugenia. With the exception of England, which would go... Wait, what the hell is going on here? Why has this happened? Okay, hang on. Figure this out. So, I transferred power to Happiness, who was already the King of England. Kingdom of England was and remains primogeniture. He can't be Tanist anymore. I accidentally abolished Tanistry because he's not Breton. And Tanistry is exclusive to... What have I done? Oh no. I've just changed the empire over to gavelkind. By mistake. Oh, that's not going to... Oh no. 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 No, that wasn't supposed to happen. I've got no way of changing that. Right. If I die in the next 10 years, everything goes over to a small child and we're stuck with gavelkind for the time being. Oh no. Oh. This is... Oh, none of this is good. Right. Well, at least at the bare minimum, I can get my cavalry up to a good solid level. That's good. And yeah, construction being up, that's always good as well. And noble customs, yeah, I should probably just save up for noble customs. Make sure feudal up by another bonus 3. Okay. This is fine. This is not as big a problem as it might be. Continue just training more flipping new retinues, by the way. I would like to have, like, you know, just 1,500, maybe ultimately, like, yeah, 2,000 or more cavalry just running around here. Okay, key thing, don't die, but you're 36 and in good health, and you don't seem to have much in the way of enemies. Not powerful ones anyway, so we should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'll have a little think about what we're going to do. We'll crack on with this next time, okay? There are good things we can do here. Plenty of good things we can do. Like, for example, we can start taking bits and pieces back off Kent, which will be absolutely flippin' marvellous. We can reclaim Norfolk, and we can sort of try and rationalise England a little bit, because right now England's a bit all over the bloody shop. So, yeah, being able to sort out England, tidy it up a little bit, reduce some of this horrible border gore, that would be worthwhile. And meanwhile, over in the Holy Roman Empire, oh yes, I can't wait to see what's going to happen when all of this is over. But, oh, wait, hang on. Okay, that seems to have swung a little bit against the rebels. Oh no, no, Bohemia. This was your best shot. Did your king just die unexpectedly or something? No, he's still there. It's just the actual leader of the revolts is someone else. Who exactly is this guy, by the way? This guy is Home Revolt, Duchy, County of... Right, not much. He's just got a bit of stuff up here. But yeah, the Bohemians are on board. Oh no! Come on, you've got to win this. You flipping got to win this. You've got Bohemia behind you. You've got 23,000 troops right there. These guys have not got much. You can win. You can flipping win. I believe in you. We'll keep a very close eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. And as for the Mongol update, they're definitely bigger than they were. That's definitely true. The Mongols have got quite a bit of land. So they're just kind of, you know, starting to poke into the Hungarians' Eastern Empire right now. Soon they'll be knocking on the Byzantine door, because Byzantines have been doing very well, all things considered, but that might not last for too much longer. Yeah, they're still a long way away for now, but they're certainly starting to poke at Catholics. We'll see. We'll see how all of that goes. We'll see if I can sort out this succession crisis. Oh, bloody hell. I thought Tanistry was a problem. Oh, gavelkind. Oh, not gavelkind. No. We'll see what we can do about this next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech. They're mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.